Good morning. I'm not sure how well this is going to work out here in the park streaming. I was going to do another one of the walking videos, but it's kind of cloudy out here, kind of gloomy, so maybe save that for another day. Would have been a good one though. We had our usual number of obstacles. You know, crossing Custer is always fun. There at the crosswalk. Then there's the mudslide where somebody is watering their lawn, even though it's really past the time for that. We don't really need to do that anymore. But not everybody's using an app to check those things. So I get it. Praise God. Then when I walked on the street for a little bit to go around the water, thankfully I didn't fall on the mud this time. And then I went as a car was coming, I got back up on the sidewalk and ran into a bush. So praise God, we're here. Everything's fine. Beautiful morning. I call this appearances can be deceiving because actually what I wanted to talk about was you see a lot of the stuff that, or maybe you do, maybe you don't. I suspect Facebook suppresses a lot of it, but uh, you would probably think from looking at my feed that I am spending a lot of time on Facebook these days. And it's true, I'm spending more than I used to. But the truth is, most of the time, I'm not on Facebook. I am using a technology that most of us used to. Well, let me rephrase that. It's an older technology that's been around for some time that used to be pretty common for technology geeks anyway, called RSS. Really simple syndication is what it stands for. It was, I guess it's still baked into the browsers, but it's not very common anymore. As far they don't advertise it, they don't put it up front. Google suspended their RSS features some time back. The deal is that social media really sort of replaced that. However, because social media has become what it is, and it now is suppressing content, they're suppressing content that they don't like. My suggestion to you is maybe social media is not the best place to get your news. It might be fine for chatting with friends and sharing what's going on in your life, but probably not the best way to collect your news because what you see, and of course Facebook is very blatant about it. They flag stuff and they claim stuff is false by their false fact checkers, but some platforms simply suppress it. And of course, we all know that prominent people have been kicked off of various platforms. And I've been flagged a few times for things that I've posted. Probably anybody with any conservative leaning whatsoever has found that happening to them. But it's called RSS, and if you search, you'll be able to find readers. And what it does, and unfortunately, not all providers are generating RSS feeds anymore. If it's a WordPress-based site, it's got one, even if they don't advertise it. But it's not as common as it used to be. Still, the major providers have it. A lot of the bigger alternative sites have it. And I use an app on iOS called Newsify to read the feeds. And then, of course, if I see something that I think is share worthy, I'll go ahead and share it to Facebook. But I'm not actually sitting on Facebook most of the time. I am on my RSS reader, and you open it up. You can search for sites that you like, and it will try to find the RSS feed that goes with that site. Sometimes it's successful, sometimes not. Not like I said, not everybody's publishing them. But I think I've written this down and shared it before, but I'm going to share it again vocally. Some of the places you might want to check out. Everybody, I think more people are familiar with Newsmax these days. That's a good place to get some alternative perspective, maybe. Um, I've also been a huge fan of the Patriot Post. That's patriotpost.us. I also have recently begun reading articles from the Stream. I think it's thestream.org. That's another excellent place to pick up content that you're not going to get from your standard sources, and a lot of good commentary, a lot of good Christian commentary as well can be found there. I also like CNS News, and I've started reading stuff from CBN News as well, which that's the old 700 Club based organization uh, that's kind of faded into the background in recent years, but it's still there. Still puts out some good stuff. Um, anyway, I'm supposed to be exercising. It's a beautiful day despite the clouds. Here we are. I love living in Texas. It is November. Uh, what 17? I no 16. It's the 16th today, and it's 60 plus degrees out here, 61, 62, I guess by now. A little bit of a breeze, not too bad. Not so great in my walking shorts sitting on a cold bench, so I'm going to get moving. But I just thought this would be a cool place to stop and share if I could. And hopefully we've got enough of a network connection out here. I saw 2 bars on my cellular signal, so hopefully this worked. And love you all. Enjoy sharing with you, and I'll take this and copy it to YouTube at some point later. But off to finish my walk.